For thousands of years, sailors returned home with stories that no one believed. Stories of creatures so vast, so terrifying, that entire ships vanished without a trace. The world called them myths, legends, hallucinations born from lonely men lost at sea. What if, buried beneath centuries of exaggeration, there was something real, something science is only now beginning to understand? Today, we dive into 10 mythical sea creatures that actually existed. The Kraken. For centuries, Norwegian sailors described a creature so enormous it was mistaken for an island. Ships would anchor beside it, and then it would move. It had arms like ship masts, eyes like dinner plates, and a pull strong enough to drag entire fleets into the abyss. Scientists dismissed it as fantasy until 1857. That year, the first confirmed specimen of the giant squid Architeuthis dux was finally classified. It grew up to 13 meters long. Its eyes, the size of footballs, are the largest of any living creature on Earth, and it lives in a world so deep, so cold, so dark that we have never once filmed a living adult in its natural habitat in 2004. A Japanese research team captured the first ever footage of a living giant squid in water nearly 1,000 meters deep. It attacked the camera, and scientists now believe there may be an even larger species still waiting to be discovered. The sea serpent, from ancient Rome to medieval Scandinavia, every maritime culture described the same thing: a serpent of impossible length, moving through open water like a living mountain range. Some accounts described it as 30 meters long, some said 60. Ridiculous, until paleontologists found Basilosaurus, an ancient whale that lived 40 million years ago. Basilosaurus stretched up to 20 meters with a long, serpentine body built for ambush. It was technically a whale, but it moved like a snake. Scientists now believe that some small populations may have survived far longer than the fossil record suggests. And in 1997, NOAA hydrophone arrays captured an ultra-low frequency sound from the Pacific Ocean, impossibly loud, impossibly biological. They named it the bloop. It has never been fully explained. The mermaid. Every ocean culture on every continent independently described the same creature, half human, half fish, sitting on rocks and singing to sailors. Christopher Columbus himself logged a sighting in 1493. The dugong, a large marine mammal, nurses its young above water, holding them in a posture remarkably similar to a human cradling a child. From a distance, to an exhausted, dehydrated sailor, the resemblance was not imagination. It was a misidentification rooted in genuine encounter. But here is what no one mentions. Columbus wrote that the mermaids he saw were not as beautiful as they are depicted. Whatever he saw, it unsettled him. The megalodon. The ancient coastal civilizations called it the mouth of God. A shark so massive it could swallow two human beings side by side. Indigenous Pacific cultures warned of a creature that hunted whales, not followed them, hunted them. Megalodon was real, completely scientifically confirmed. It reached 18 meters in length. Its bite force was 5 times stronger than a T-Rex. Its teeth, the size of a human hand, still wash up on beaches today. Officially, it went extinct 3.6 million years ago. However, and marine biologists debate this, in 1875, the HMS Challenger dredged megalodon teeth from the ocean floor, dated at only 11,000 years old. That is either a contaminated sample or the most disturbing number in oceanography. The Lusca Caribbean Islanders spoke of the Lusca, a half-shark, half-octopus creature that lived inside underwater blue holes and dragged swimmers down without warning. Fishermen refused to dive near these formations. Blue holes are real, perfectly circular underwater caves, some plunging over 200 meters straight down. The deepest Dean's Blue Hole in the Bahamas is 202 meters. The water inside has almost no oxygen. In these oxygen-dead zones, science has discovered something it did not expect: microbial life that does not require oxygen at all. Life that should not exist. And in 2020, divers found a purple fluid at the bottom of a Mexican blue hole, a substance that dissolved organic matter on contact. Whatever lives in the deep does not live by our rules. The Leviathan, the oldest sea monster in human literature. The Book of Job describes it as a creature that makes the ocean boil, breathes fire, and cannot be wounded by any weapon. Ancient Mesopotamian texts describe the same beast, Tiamat, as the primordial ocean itself, alive and breathing. In 2010, paleontologists in Peru unearthed Leviathan melvillei, a sperm whale ancestor with teeth 36 centimeters long. Unlike modern sperm whales, which filter feed, this creature was a pure apex predator. It hunted other whales. It had the most powerful bite of any mammal in the history of life on Earth. The name was chosen deliberately because the moment scientists saw the fossils, there was only one word that fit the Espidacholone. Medieval sailors described a creature so large that ships would mistake its back for an island. They would anchor, light fires, cook food, and then the creature would submerge, dragging everything into the depths. This is not entirely fantasy. The whale shark, the largest fish on Earth at 12 meters regularly, has barnacles, small fish, and even birds resting on its back. In 2021, marine researchers documented a whale shark carrying over 40 kilograms of attached organisms. Sailors at night, in fog, with no instruments, the error is not impossible. Scylla and Charybdis. Homer's Odyssey described two monsters guarding a narrow strait. Scylla, a six-headed beast on the rocks, and Charybdis, a whirlpool that swallowed ships 3 times daily. The Strait of Messina between Sicily and mainland Italy matches the description precisely. It contains one of the Mediterranean's most violent tidal currents, a natural whirlpool that has sunk ships throughout history. And along its rocky cliffs, colonies of moray eels and large conger eels once emerged in groups to feed on sailors who fell overboard. 6 heads biting simultaneously. Scylla was real. She was just not what they thought she was. The Ningen. In the 1990s, Japanese Antarctic research crews began reporting encounters with a creature unlike anything classified. Humanoid in shape, pale white, up to 20 meters long, moving slowly beneath the surface of the Southern Ocean. The reports were internal, unofficial, suppressed. The Southern Ocean remains the least explored body of water on Earth. In 2019, a new species of beaked whale was confirmed, a whale that had been present for millions of years without ever being cataloged. Science admits it openly. We have mapped less than 25% of the ocean floor. The Ningen may be imagination, but the Southern Ocean is large enough to hide almost anything, the void. Every ocean culture, without exception, described one final creature. Not a monster with teeth or tentacles, something worse. A darkness that moved. A presence beneath the water that could not be seen, only felt. In 2023, marine biologists studying bioluminescence discovered something that stopped the research team cold. An area in the deep Pacific, approximately 3 kilometers wide, produces no bioluminescent light at all, in a zone where every living organism glows. It has been there for at least a decade. Nothing has entered it. Nothing has left. Marine biologists have named it informally. They call it the quiet patch. No one has proposed an explanation. Not one. We have explored the moon more thoroughly than we have explored our own ocean floor. Every creature in this video was once called impossible. Most of them turned out to be real. So the next time someone tells you a legend is just a legend, ask yourself, what do they know about the 95% of the ocean we have never seen? The deep does not give up its secrets easily.